is an opportunity you don't know when you're going to get again, Janko.
Every match is an opportunity to prove them wrong, right? He had a great series yesterday against Spirits, stayed in it, you know, and that round that we showed, he had 8 kills, round 20, he ended up with 19 from that point on in overtime, so kept his cool and delivered some great rounds for his team.
And he's been playing good all major. We haven't really seen a slip out of him either, which is a great sign. I mean, everyone on that Falcons side seems to just be playing at a very consistent level. This is going to be very tough for both sides. This is actually crazy. I don't know which way it's going to go.
And that's exactly what you want if you're Karrigan. You need all those puzzle pieces firing on all cylinders if you want your game plan to be executed to perfection as well.
Yeah, and we're seeing him unlock Kyosuke as well in the playoffs. Like, this is the best playoffs he's had against the best teams on the biggest of stages, right? It's just been across the board, everyone having their moments. Testis a couple of massive clutches yesterday as well. You know, both those 2 games against Spirit and Vitality. m0NESY, it's just a highlight reel, you know, and has been all playoffs long.
I think, like, for Kyosuke, someone we haven't really touched on much, I mean, the impact he's having for this team is crazy. This might be Karrigan's actual best contribution to this team, is Kyosuke stepping up.
We are almost at the crescendo of the 24th Counter-Strike Major. On one side, a major maestro returns for one last shot a decade later, and on the other, a man who desperately needs to break the curse. It's time to open up Championship Sunday.
Aló, hola, hola, a ver si me escuchan mejor. Muy bien. Vamos a comentar, vamos a ver qué tal está saliendo la transmisión. A ver. Vamos a ver un poco más.
Composition. The assembly of players into a coherent structure. A system of parts bound by fundamentals. Constructed to perform. Setting the rhythm. Fortifying the ensemble. Orchestrating the arrangements. Positioning for colossal impact. Striking in the perfect moment. Strength measured in individual prowess. Success achieved only in harmony. A symphony of synergy and power, in which each instrument may step out of the shadow into the spotlight.
presentación de la mayor, la introducción.
10 years since these halls were blessed with a major. The cathedral, revered by players as a monolith of competition. Today, legacy and major forms the true endgame. Please welcome into the Cathedral of Counter-Strike, it's Falcons! Entry, Kaisuke! Anchor, Tersis! IGL, Garrigan! AWP, Monacy! Rifle, Nico! And their opponents, please welcome Furia! victory, Yekindar! Anchor, Yuri! IGL, Fallen! AWP, Molodoy! Rifle, K. Serato!
These cathedral walls are etched with legacy, a feat attempted by so many but accomplished by so few, and no one knows the weight of major defeat more than the Falcons. Between 3 of their players, 8 major grand finals played, but only 1 trophy ever claimed by their now captain in Carrigan. It is a nightmare that has plagued Nico for his entire career, and one that he wants to slam shut tonight, Janko.
And these are 2 guys who are in contention for the greatest ever in their positions. Also 2 of the players who had some of the most heartbreaking losses, but a stage like this is an opportunity to turn it all around. It's an opportunity to go from greatness to immortality.
And you have to think of it too, every single decision these guys have made in their career, every single failure that they've endured, every single trophy they've lifted, every single loss they've had to suffer through, it's all led to this moment. Every single decision putting them on this stage to create history inside the Lanxess Arena.
And a first time for so many in a major grand final at that. On the side of Furia, everybody other than Fallen does not know what it means to put their hands upon a major trophy. How are they going to deal with the pressure tonight?
It's fitting that we're in the Cathedral of Counter-Strike Fair, because that was a Hail Mary from Furia building this roster together, and boy did it pay off. They found a diamond in the rough in Molodoy. They reinvigorated Yekindar, but Fallen, his leadership, That's how you deal with the pressure.
And Fallen's already had history once. He's already created it once back in the day, 10 years ago. He's got another chance to do it now for the young guys on his team, guys like Yuri and Kei Serrato. So much of their career has been breaking out of the shadow of the legacy that Fallen created. Now it's about matching it. Now it's about rising to the occasion with Fallen, meeting it and lifting that trophy.
You can see how much Carrigan wants this one as well, just by the emotions on his face.
Yeah, absolutely. And motivating speeches, I think what he's saying to the team, enjoy the moment, boys. Give it your all, no regrets.
Tonight, a major legacy realized or reclaimed. Either Nico's first or Fallen's final inside the cathedral. Cologne calls for a major champion.
The stage is set in the Lanxess Arena. Two narratives colliding under the same lights that have crowned legends for over a decade. A major once more, 10 years later. This is a moment in time we will never see again. Cologne! I ask, I implore, put your phone away, get comfortable, sit or stand, but bask in the history being written before our very eyes. No matter who wins today, Counter-Strike history is being written. I can throw endless stories and statistics at you, and we probably will. But you, as a human being, understand the magnitude of this match for all 10 players on that stage. It will end with either sunrise on one story or sunset for the other. Let's play Counter-Strike!
Instant window. Could be pace on this. Connector follows. Looking to take the biff mid, Yakinda.
Peppers the smoke for info, does spot bodies up top mid.
B split. There are the smoke available for Nico. What's the timing?
It's going to force attention. Draw it away from the short side. Modesty able to chip in. First blood is drawn in this grand final, and it's thanks to Modesty's USP at range. Yakinda, gap closed by Kiyosuke. What do I want back? They're dropping into the site. There's pressure from both fronts. Carrigan's got to stand his ground, and Carrigan's got one. Carrigan denied, but it's only Kei Serrato. Too many bodies on his screen. Falcons start as they mean to continue.
Furia have the T-side start on all 5 maps if we go the distance here today. Yesterday against Aurora, they set the tempo. It was slow, playing to the beat of their own drum, and Aurora crumbled. Falcons with a run like no other. Navi, Vitality, Spirit, back to back to back. Now Furia, the final of the 5. Top dogs in Counter-Strike to take down. Been a hell of a run. Every series they've won, 2-1. Nothing has been easy. As we get an eco now. So a moment of respite to just settle in. Odoy with the dig in hand. You want to see this kid get going early.
Clear focus towards that B-bomb site. Carrigan's home. These first 2 rounds of play.
We're taking their time with this one. Full mid control for Falcons. SS playing retake, and now Carrigan knows they're coming his way.
Decent HE. Has them limping, and Carrigan will stand his ground, and MP7 fills the feed. Triple. Can they stop the plant? Yes, they can.
Street Fighter 6.
2-0 guns come out for Furia. Sometime before we see this Molodoi AWP. Fortunately, Falcons don't want to have in the early stages either. Standard opener, window, top cap. See what pace this game follows. Yasuko spams away. Essentially a 4A start. 2 window, 2A side. Karrigan soloing B. Feeling each other out with the defaults. And into the smoke. Yuri up to bat. 2 to find here. This will be tough.
This is not comfortable. He's actually elected to tuck in. Did they get the info? Did they suspect the barrel? Poke it out, and Tesses finds himself the upgrade, removes Yuri.
No one overextending for Falcons, playing the numbers. Rejigging the setup, looking for support over towards B. Yasuke joins Karrigan. This will be an A finish. Tesses up close and personal. Quesarado clears out Palace, flash forward, and a fight.
We want to fight more. More proactivity on display.
Heard those steps, they know they're close.
Nico and Tessa side by side for this test. Fallen to swing. Removed the head. Tesses finding himself as second. Molodoi noted pressure now amplified with Quesarato's presence on the Palace. 25 seconds. Molodoi still got that bomb on his back. He needs help. He's found Tesses. It's huge. Yakinda's arrived from Con. Modesty has to stand his ground up on Palace. Kiyasuke chips in. Removes the threat. Just Molodoi. Should be dead. Not without a fight though. Kiyasuke versus Molodoi.
10 seconds.
He has to take the fight. Kiyasuke so damn brave. The pressure was on Molodoi, and yet it's Kiyasuke that brings the fight.
I love it or leave it. The plays got these pug stars. You can win your rounds, they can lose them as well. Honestly getting tricky with the nade. Draw the fire. Molodoi knows he's up against it, needs to get the sight, needs to start punching in the code. And Kiyasuke, that's a confidence builder early for the kid. Light investment. Quesarado in with an AK. Everyone else with pistols, and Orb takes it out of the picture immediately. No chance to find the heroics.
Look at him go, straight out the ramp for a duel. A warning shot fired off. Tessus relays the info, he's trapped Tetris. And not able to find that headshot.
Just got the gun back in his hands. Let's see if they can do a little bit of damage here. The goal of this round changes. Big nade, and it's looking like they're going to get nothing done. Karrigan has the support, the crossfire set up, and they should be able to sweep this one under the rug. Lovely stuff. A couple more for Kiyasuke, and Karrigan puts the cherry on top. 4-0, comfortable start, and the smile on the face of the world's greatest showman. Molodoi and Monacy equip their AWPs. So Furia can get off the starting block so that the snowball continue downhill. Molodoi's orb over towards A. Yasuke starting A. That's the short player. Out of position for this one. So varied in the setups, Falcons early. This will keep Furia guessing. Both rifle rounds so far, they have been playing heavy A. So game plan clear. Furia are definitely playing at their own tempo. They're in no rush. They're not forcing these fights. These slower rounds, feeling it out, see if Falcons overstep the mark. Start to congregate back towards A. Bomb on the back of Fallen. Yuri through Palace. Molodoi combs mid, connecting with Quesarado. This Palace push again.
Yuri gonna try and relinquish control from Tessus and does take his head off. First blood for Furia. Now it's about converting off of Yuri's hard work. His first frag at this grand final. Got to get past Kiyasuke though. Flashes won't affect him. Fallen up to bat. He's done very well on the Galil. It's Monacy combat orping up close. Finds an immediate trade onto Furia's captain. 28 seconds bomb not committing.
Going around Palace is Yakinda. He's pivoting.
Oh, should be easy pickings. Yeah, Monacy catches Yuri looking the wrong way. They haven't got the time for this. Yakinda's just now putting the bomb through Palace. It's impossible to break. Spots the shadow, knows where m0NESY is. Quick scope can't hit. m0NESY does. 3 kills deep from the kid. And there's no chance for Yakinda. No time. And no rounds for Furia.
Thought that was going to be a bit of a difference maker. Yuri finds the first opening kill of the final for Furia, but all in vain. Just big moments. The early stages of this, 8 and 2. Partial by territory, as we are yet to get a plant in the first 5 rounds of play.
It's good to see m0NESY in this form. It's promising for Falcons in their hopes in this best of 5. He started early, everyone's on the scoreboard. Kiyosuke had his 1v1. Haven't even had to say Nico's name.
Stalled out, really tough for Furia to be able to pincer in with this slower pace. They don't even have the room, right? They're getting stuck to the chokes. Now they really just want to get on the site and get that bomb down. It's going to be Tech 9s aplenty, 5 of which opening U2 in. They're looking to try and test B again, but every time on these partials or lighter buys, they've started 2 towards B, Karrigan and Kiyosuke, but on the rifle rounds, it's been Karrigan left to his own devices. So a good read from Mr. Anderson in the early stages by hedging his bets. Something punchy has to come out of Furia now. Panther has to pounce. They need to get the bomb down. They need to start putting a little bit of friction. Cash not out of control just yet for Falcons, but if they can get a clean one here, set themselves up nicely for the remainder of the half. 5 out the gates. This is a dream start. They execute lined up. m0NESY and Tessa's both playing towards Ticket. U2 in the air. The flashes will follow.
What's m0NESY's reaction to this? Incendiary should delay them, and he's pulled the trigger. Whistles one past the hip as the Tech 9s advance, taking space. Getting across the sideline, jungle's big. Now pressure onto this CT. Oh, a quick flick of the wrist. m0NESY trying to stand for 2. It's important back from Molodoi.
Deep smoke.
Okay, take that CT territory. Nico's the one there. He's got support. Karrigan, oh, pokes his nose out of the smoke, does Nico, and escorts all 3 off of the premises.
Not the sign you want to see from Molodoi early. He's the man we've seen some finals throughout his very short career. Looks shaky. And Nico, he doesn't waste a moment. That smoke comes in, he beats it. On the cusp ahead of it, that's confidence on display. But they do get the bomb down. They do make it a threatening round. They just need to find a finish. But it's composure. It's going to be a long day at the office for either team. Full buys for both.
Molodой's reaction. Huck's on tap.
They're playing for a mid-crunch here. You've got Karrigan and Kiyosuke both close short. Nico and Tessa's floating around stairs and connector, and m0NESY was window. So they'll look to harass as Furia take the next stage of map control. The reaction will need to be Yuri out Palace. Once it's identified, it's a mid-crunch. Your extremity players have to activate. You cannot skip a B, because mid will be a brawl. Comms will be crazy.
Here it comes. It's exactly what Molodoi was waiting for. Kiyosuke waltzes across into the crosshair. Molodoi provides the opening. Now Fury need to find the finish, convert upon this opening. On their map pick of Mirage to start us off, there's a clawback from Nico. Just on the very edge of the smoke, the oscillation gave him vision. Tessa's up to bat. They line up, m0NESY draws attention, and it's the meat grinder once more. The synergy, the unity on display, baits him in. Good from Yakinda, runs him down, no trade available. You've got Yuri still Palace, only now starting to activate. The bomb is next to Nico. Do the Flames make it awkward? Save from the Flames. m0NESY's caught Yuri, gets nothing done, and that opening kill translates to diddly squat. If you're Sid, are you taking a second timeout this early, or do you just have... Yeah.
So 5 rounds left in the half. Very limited friction. That was only their second opening kill. Didn't get close to the site again. Just having a real tough time being able to breach into any of these situations, and yet they're playing the game their way. They haven't pulled the rip just yet and started going for faster maneuvers, using chaos as their friend. They know that's where Falcons do their absolute best work. The multi-kill potential for this world. Arrogance found himself the superstars once more. And this just looks way too easy. Half those fights not even looking the right way. And Monacy doesn't need vision to deal with Yuri. They are going to shove. Only one AK into this, it's a little heavy.
That is dangerous. Kiyosuke's having fun in the grand final. 18 years of age, major grand final stage.
Up an LNA.
It's quick. With Kiyosuke's chip in, he's already removed Molodoi. The rest of the rifles congregated towards that ramp side. Nico's under pressure. Kiyosuke combines. He nearly had Yuri. Good output there. Kiyosuke 2 kills deep, still alive and kicking on that connector smoke, spamming away, fallen susceptible. And Yuri low. He'd have to do something ridiculous. There's 2 players. You've got to get past Monacy's orb, but he ain't missing. He knows where you are. Oh, and he tracks Yuri first. Fallen unable to provide the trade. He is a dead man planting. The pain and the misery continue for Furia.
There's always a question. What was Furia's form going to look like in the finals? The road to the final day of play hasn't been treacherous. Hasn't been the type of teams that Falcons have had to take on day after day. They are battle-hardened. They are prepared. And right now, they are dominating Furia. Partial max loss bonus working for them, sure. But running out of rounds in this first half, this is looking like a landslide.
Yeah, this T side. It's been nothing but uncomfortable for Furia. But Molodoi's taking a risk. So is Yuri. This is the best bet they've seen. Slips into the blind spot. Tessus has no idea. Now he does. Yuri's been spotted. Nico will react. Monacy's on his way. You've got to find something. Molodoi will. Removing Nico's head. Trade from Tessus through the box. Unable to provide. The bomb scampers over. Fallen brings it through. Tessus, dink onto Molodoi. They've got the advantage. On their 9th attempt, it looks good for Furia.
Falcons can give this a go. They can go fishing. They got plenty of cash. They can hang around. They can be a nuisance. They can wipe the board. This isn't just for the rounds.
Oh, he spot the info, maybe. Throws out his util, draws attention CT. Kiyosuke starts to activate, and he's got too many targets. That's Yuri, that's Molodoi, that's Furia's first! Better late than never.
Good stuff from Molodoi. Saw the shake of the head a little bit earlier. He's definitely had some impact in a few of these rounds, but this time converted upon with a nice triple from the Kazakh. Lonic going to take home his 6th major title as a coach. Levels above the rest, takes his first tactical timeout. Confers with the squad. There was double orbs invested upon, but they have sold back. Carrigan's just coming in with an M4. So timeout, giving them opportunity to change their mind on the follow-through, wanting to keep a bit more residual cash for down the stretch. Consecutive rounds mandatory for Furia if they want to make a salvaged half possible. Yakinda just bought head armor. Freeze time. It just ticked away. So he could have been going into this without the protection required. Standard openers. Kiyosuke spams away. Monacy up into the vent early. And Molodoi goes searching towards B.
Spotted. Oh, he's quick today. Just like always. And then his counterpart, Mr. Molodoi, finds Carrigan on the jump spot. Monacy primed and ready. Turns the flash in an instant. And true to his namesake, he's hitting him real quick here. Oh, run down by Yuri. Okay, B site is lost. Retake on his way. Molodoi jump spot brave.
might be the save.
Gente, los momentos Jacob, momentos Monster. Ahí vemos como, ¿no? Jekindar va por Connector. Vemos a Tess en CT. Está apuntando. Cacerato viendo tapete. Molodoy desde, ¿no? desde van o carro. Cacerato ahí quiere entrar por ratas.
Because he is providing.
The chip.
Listen, like I said, our plans are good. We are in kind of good positions. This round, intensity was very good with comms, Daniel. We need to have this kind of intensity on the rounds. Calm, put up for next.
Asking for intensity.
Trap set up in middle again, but this time looking just to feign this mid presence. Said liking the plans, it is this tempo. It's not in your face. Haven't been brought into the mud. They've kept themselves clean, and now Nico starts to search.
It's Yakinda. He had to really get going. And he's removed Nico. Now has Monacy trapped and bail out for the AWP.
That's huge info. Start taking space on A.
Oh, the spam finds him low, and they will. Molinoy's caught SS. A late resurgence from Furia. Kiyosuke under so much scrutiny. With a white screen, Serato fades his to black. Nothing for Monacy in this one. Should be safe to collect.
This time the hunt will be on Yakinda again. Creeping and crawling. He's going to be hearing the sound cues on short. Fallen. Starts to make a move to take these away. That loss bonus 2,400 going into the final round of the half. This will be the difference between AWP
Muy bien,
or
gente,
not.
estamos viendo la
Falcons, so holding on
mayor
to this, for Monacy to
colonia
keep finding
2026
openers.
entre los equipos de Falcons y Furia.
Have to protect
Final,
the
esto
AWP
va
and it's
8-2,
Carrigan that
¿no?
has to do so.
8-2.
Yakinda, he looked deadly in the first duel. This time caught off by the angle of Carrigan. More where that came from. Back turned unprepared. Monacy trying to hold on to his AWP. Looks good for it.
Estamos viendo todavía las repeticiones, los momentos Jacob.
Didn't think he had the time. Fell surrounded. No AWP for the last round of play.
Been good with the multis, good with the openers.
Y ahí está la copa, ¿no? Ahí está con Fallen a la cabeza.
First major grand final for the man, and I'm sure it's one of what's going to be many. The youngsters. See what Counter-Strike they can deliver today, because the stories are dominated by the big names. We're back, a fight. Nico, mollied away. Doesn't want to commit. Monacy.
Oh dear.
Clear goes down. Yakinda's starting to heat up now.
That's exactly what you want to see. Back-to-back openings from Yakinda to try and recover this half. Damage inflicted through that smoke from Nico.
But Tessus and Kiyosuke have taken ramp control. The bomb looks like it's set to finish over towards B. Yakinda and Yuri are considering the flank. They're blocked for now. It's the bomb on Yakinda. Yeah, he can't be holding on to that. This is getting sketchy.
Why is he giving him the bomb? Yakinda's got 2 mines. He wants to hold the flank, but if he loses the bomb, this gets really awkward. Good angle for it. Nails Tessus. However, has to burn a smoke just to get out. Carrigan caught walking on the fade. Spam away. Kiyosuke's gone. Okay. It was a flying start from Falcons. Now the bomb can't go away. Furia clawing 4 consecutive out of this start. Just Nico to get past. Bomb goes down A. Nico surrounded. Fallen wants a kill, loses his head for it.
Matter of time for this one. 13 HP, the bomb already ticking on the wrong side of the map. He's going to have to brute force.
8-4, first
Estamos en el tiempo fuera, gente, en el tiempo fuera, en el descanso, el cambio de bando. Va ganando Team Falcons. El mapa de Mirage. Vimos los momentos Jacob, los momentos Monster, ¿no? Estamos viendo los momentos Jacob, por contar. Ahí está, ¿no? Cómo se lo bajan, ¿no? Con AP, con AK, Jekyll limpiando, limpia ventana. Está busteado ahí, ¿no? Entonces esto va 8-4 a favor de Team Falcons. 8-4. Totalmente volteable, gente. Totalmente volteable. Ahí estamos viendo entonces ahí, ¿no? La estrategia que se ha usado en el mapa de Mirage. Como los CT van por caverna y van por palacio en la primera ronda, luego en las siguientes rondas miren cómo van para B y ganan medio. Recuerden que es al mejor de 5 mapas, o sea, el que gana 3 mapas ya está, es campeón. Es el mejor de 5 mapas. De la mayor Colonia 2026. Ahí vemos a Monesi concentrado, ahí también vemos a Nico Kovac. Ahí vemos a Yuri de Furia viendo las, ¿no? sus estadísticas en el mapa de Mirage. Ahí vemos a Fallen, Gabriel Toledo de Furia. Recuerden que de Fallen es su última mayor, ¿no? Su último campeonato. Después de esto se retira, pasa al retiro. Retira una leyenda desde sus inicios en Counter-Strike 1.5 y 1.6. Debe estar presente, ¿no? En los torneos hasta ahorita.
With the all play. 8-4 on the half. Falcons laughing. Furia clawing 4 out of the first half of Mirage, and it's Furia's pick. We're getting ready. We've swapped the sides. It will be on the attack now for the Falcons and the defense for Furia. How are we doing, Laxess? You having a good weekend?
This pistol will determine just how close this map can be. Furia, have you taken the momentum? It's going to be 5 straight with a pistol conversion, setting yourself up nicely. Yakinda plays on the lip of window, looking to block a smoke. Holiday and Queserado going to pry out short. They're playing 3 heavy B to help out the Professor. Nico and Kyosuke top mid. Monacy as Overwatch. Carrigan over towards the apartments alongside of Tensas with the bomb. So a retake A setup. They're hedging for the B play. And they'd be right. You two in the sky. Window smoke. Con deployed. The runway now open.
But this is what they've positioned for. Molodoi to get one, Keiserato to throw the block. Yakinda with that smoke break play. Will it time? Very similar to the first pistol, but they haven't found the headshot. It's actually Nico. There's Molodoi, humbled after one. Uncomfortable for the Professor, and he's gone. Falcons breach the site. Kyosuke with the double kill once more. He is having a blast here on that grand final stage. Yuri has been clutching, but this one seems too far gone. And Kyosuke agrees. Triple in the pistol, smile on his face on the major grand final stage.
Right now, this is exactly the recipe for success for Falcons. You've got Monacy and Kyosuke towards the top of the scoreboard with their output. Over here, you see the plate getting overcrowded. Yakinda breaks, but then ends up shoulder barging with Yuri. Causes some big issues. The block smoke, a bit late into play. And this one's one of the easiest kills. Kyosuke's going to go all game long. It's force spike for Furia.
Obviamente pues les voy a Furia, Brubar, ¿no? Nos conviene que gane Furia. Aparte es un cupo más para Sudamérica, obviamente, ¿no?
Home to corral Falcons. Another B split. And 3 to receive them once more.
Eagle's good at this range, but Keiserato's been unable to connect to the head. Molodoi has, though. And the damage inflicted will be converted. Hold your horses. Monacy bleeding out at 6 HP. How do you find a finish? You call upon your star. Will it be Nico? Or will it be Kyosuke able to breach this site? Audible to Molodoi now. Information relayed. Bullet connects to the Kev. Kyosuke. Got a lot of responsibility in this round. And time runs thin. Molodoi knows that. He'll beacon out. He'll get the info. Spots the bomb con. He might even remove it. Molodoi down to Kyosuke, but this is Furia's round. Just Nico to get past, and the Falcons' wings clipped immediately.
This is what you want to see from Molodoi. We're getting on both sides of the server. The young bucks, the stars of the future, playing right now and delivering. That gives us a game. That draws Furia back into this. It'll be the force back from Falcon short, but that's a 1,400 loss with no plant.
Big from Molodoi.
Great output, another multi-kill from him. And they slowly just chip and whittle away at Falcons. Fight and conquer. It's going to have to be the individual output, just like that, to get this one going.
That is a scorching headshot out of Monacy.
Can they make more of that? Molodoi takes the space. A lot of information, and not noted on the cross. So man disadvantage short. But heavy in the weapons, and Molodioi's space cannot go understated. This is huge. This alleviates so much pressure. The fact that he has mid on his own. They can't go underpass to window or connector. They're not coming out top mid to short. It means you can focus side. Yakinda and Fallen on B. Molodoi even picking up potentially some steps over towards spawn, but there's no rotation. So likely lost in the source. As Keiserado plays retake.
Paragon's got a smoke. They'll try and facilitate the plant with that. Scuttles it into the site.
They don't have a kit.
It's going to expose him. Yeah, booked. Garrigan denied the plant. Keeping them at arm's length, using those rifles at range. Oh, Monacy's put a deagle in your brain. You keep wind is gone. Kiyosuke, okay. Everyone's got a dirty dig on this grand final stage. Kiyosuke and Modesty just running around like it's a pug. Holy.
Nothing for Fallen to do here right now, but to counter over towards CT Spawn and hope he gets to hold on to this. The Pug Gods combining right now. You've gone home turf, given a Mirage, the major stage, and they are delivering absolute bangers. They pick up what they can. They're going to get out of dodge, and they're going to get double digits first. Falcons flying high after what felt like a fumble.
Please, Mr. Production, can I see those again, please? A shrug from the kid. He knows he's done him dirty there. What is this? Oh, I don't understand. And again, not just once, but twice. The lightning strikes in the cathedral.
Third timeout call from Furia. Just a casual day. Just another Sunday. Well, it hasn't left Furia at rock bottom. This timeout gives them 30 seconds to...
No se desanimen, chicos. Se puede voltear fácilmente, pero tienen que estar concentrados. Si se puede. Si vamos Fallen, vamos Furia, vamos Molodoy, Yuri, Cacerato, Jekindar. Ustedes pueden.
Half yet. Only 3 rounds deep, but a 5-round gap. This one might be with more pace. Give Furia a chance to push you around. Want to identify there's no mid push, no underpass push. As Alice, that's the place. Tesses has to deal with this.
Oh, he's nailed it. He's absolutely nailed it. How's he got 2 there? Perfect pre-aim, mechanical ability.
See Molodo there, wiping the sweat off the brow. Not happy with that. 5v5 in the low bite. Game state possible now. No chance.
One dude clears out Palace, has Furia in a downward spiral.
That block smoke called out. Still over a minute left on the clock. Molodo will find himself an upgrade, sure, but they need to be gamble stacking the right side if they want a chance. And I'm sure Falcons will send in a probe. So much util, there's no reason to rush the finish.
Molodoy needed a clean one. His position now noted. They've got 25 to find this finish, and that Molly's going to make his life miserable. Forced into the fight on Monacy. Cacerato alone versus 5. Gives it his best shot. And run down by Kiyosuke. Falcons up to 11. And they break serve.
The money's done. And the map too. Can't see Furia getting back into this one now.
Good. Let's stay in the game, okay? Let's keep bringing the energy. Yeah. Okay, boys, it's super important.
Yeah, one thing.
No matter what happens.
Yeah.
If
Has to be the eco. Or fires off from Monacy. There's a Zeus on Molodoy. He wants to take the fight, pressing forward. Now noted, and this is for 12. Talking 5 USPs and a fun gun. We're not getting anything done with this. Carrigan, that's the in-game lead attacks. Nico, well, cops a dink, but that one's safe as houses. Can do it. And Yuri, the next victims, and Yasuke. Gladly take those off your hands. Thanks for coming. That's 12 for Falcons. And this is a bit of a statement in the early stages. They find any fight in the final throes of this. The guns come back out. No kit, no orb. Lots of problems. Free mid-smoke start. That's telling of space. Oh, this is fast. This is going to be an A clamp down. Kiyosuke in through con smoke and the A splitting.
Got 3 bodies here from Furia. Kiyosuke is unable to drive forward Keisarato. You got Tessus down. Or rather, Yakinda onto Carrigan, but there's Nico gone as well. They've managed to hold on to this A site comfortably. Monacy getting a run-up down by Molodoi. Double kill from Yakinda and Molodoi retrieving an AWP for Freeze. Nice. It's a long road back into Mirage.
Vamos, Furia, vamos, vamos.
See if they're able to pull this one back at all. This is good. Heads up Counter-Strike. They try and shift the tone. A bit more pacey. The body's in the right place. A good setup there. Hedging correctly.
Yeah, that's a confidence builder.
Consecutive required to break the money of Falcons. This time more of a default spread.
Monacy on the prowl. Good angle from Keisarato, avoids that AWP bullet. There's a fight for Yakinda on his terms. Flashed in by Keisarato and he dips. Scathed but survives. Can they operate without Kiyosuke? Can Carrigan find anything? He goes for a risky move, hope to find a timing. Yuri gets a freebie in the back.
One takes a lot of space here. That's going to shore up this A defense. Molodoi over towards Ticket. You wonder if the conversation of a save is beginning. So 50 seconds, see what they can find. Molly in. Yakinda has to respect that. Low HP, cannot take the tick. Honestly hoping for a red. It's going to set him up with a flash. We'll get AWP head-to-head here.
Flash from Tassus.
Se conectó mi amigo La Locura. La Locura, manda tus saludos.
So much uncertainty and so little time. Clearing their corners. Attention drawn. Tassus boosting it up. Nico, this is good. Yakinda has no idea. Keisarato adjusts. And there's a Fury around. Monacy down. They get another.
All 5 staying alive. This is how a comeback begins. We're in its infancy, but 1 brick at a time. Remember, Furia have taken all 3 of their tactical timeouts. This was beautiful alley-oop. Dodged. Well done from Kiyosuke to get eyes back on. But Carrigan, as you mentioned, just making a play. There's a hero AK in the mix. Kiyosuke, 18 kills deep. This one's a knockout blow if he can find impact, and the pistols can capitalize. Right, Kiyosuke and Monacy putting in a shift right now. No rush, want to give themselves the best chance. They'll take their time. Let him search, let him work. Smoke an invitation to move ever closer. Staging area. Oof. And that HE would have been nuclear.
Fallen there though. They will just run straight past him. Okay, trade available. Fallen, not bad. 2 onto the USP. Oh, he gets 4. Fallen, a little smile creeps onto his face after that one.
The boss has been awfully quiet up until this point. Stunts the progression, denies the plan. Absolutely no chance. A 4-round gap. And I said, Sid, he doesn't get any more timeouts, but Zonic does. 1 more after this. Four more required to take us to overtime. Just 1 footfall, 1 mistake. 1 step too far, 1 missed shot. To take this away, we move on to their map choice. Anuba's coming up next. We haven't seen Furia play that map all tournament long. The black box, the mystery. You don't want to start your major final 0-2 down. You got to fight for your right on your map pick. It's double orbs, the Professor. Back in his hands alongside a Molodoy. Four-man A-star. Flash the ready for an excuse me. The flash follows. Very unable to find anything. Tessa passive. We're going to let Monacy search through Palace with this AWP. Once they put on mid-pressure, if he can post up on the line and scope in towards jungle, he can catch players in rotation. U2 starting to look light on for both teams. B pressure, Fallen flashed off the line. Nico confirms it with the molly. Tough to repick that. But the rotation doesn't come in. Fallen doesn't call for aid. They're sticking to their guns. The setup is strong. Monacy takes that line.
Remain posted, hoping to catch a rotation. This utility to try and force their hand into Monacy's orb. Will Molodoy give Monacy what he's looking for? Just away and into the angle. Molodoy prevails. That one is necessary to keep this CT comeback flowing. .28 and counting, bomb scooped up, back of Carrigan. Assembles his troops towards the B side. Fallen's got backup on the way. Nico going to be trying to find the flank, and there's Fallen's orb in 2026. One on the flank, Tessus into the site. They're not ready for Fallen with a goddamn knife! He's taking him, but the bomb goes down anyway. We got a 2-on-2, folks. Does Mirage end here? Yuri and Yakinda are a mile away. It's got to be perfect. Yuri taking his sweet time, time ticking, time they just simply don't have. Falcons for Mirage. Yuri, the last man standing. No time for this clutch. Too many corners, too many targets. Falcons take map one.
The opening incision found. Map one on the board. 10 years in the making. Is this the time Nico's story changes? Well, we're just getting started.
The devil works hard, but Monacy works harder on this map. This might be his first major grand final, but it looks like he is a veteran up on stage tonight. High impact from the word go and a lightning fast start from the Falcons on Furia's map pick. Yanko, that was a compelling showing to kick off this grand final.
This was an insane map for Monacy. I mean, he came ready to play definitely at the beginning of this. And you know, Mirage is a map that was actually Falcons' pick against Furia in a lot of those best of threes, right? Like that's where they felt they had an advantage, didn't find much success on it, and it isn't really a staple pick for Furia. I think it was more targeted for Falcons in this particular game, but in the end, that slow start on T side and the force buy in the second half really sealed their fate on Mirage.
Yeah, I think the Monacy dominance early on, especially at that A bomb site, he was doing really good on his second timing, shifting over to the A site. I mean, he had so much freedom in so many different scenarios, and I think that's kind of part of what activated him. As you mentioned, the slow start, Yanko, is like I like the timeout from Sid because he was saying we're actually creating the opportunities we want, but we're not seizing them. And you had a lot of moments where it felt like Furia players weren't taking as much control as they could have, so Monacy had free reign to just decimate the attack.
And it's not a miss to understate how much confidence that takes from a guy like Monacy to do that from the get-go on their opponent's map pick, right?
Have you seen what he was doing? Like, he's playing like close ramping up. He's jumping up on the balcony here.
Bouncing a nade off the balcony.
Going back, going forth. Like, he's under tremendous pressure, being closed on from multiple angles, right? And just stays alive, just keeps hitting shots. Like, this is a really important, like, this kill onto Fallen in that round. If he doesn't get it, if he dies, they get more space, they get the rifles, and Falcons maybe end up losing the round. So he was just so incredible for Falcons early on.
Yeah, he really was. Actually, I think kind of how good he was and his success at the 8 bomb site is what kind of caused Falcons to let those last 4 rounds slip away, because they kept feeling like they kept feeling like Furia was going to shift to other parts of the map. So on second timing, instead of going to A bomb site, Monacy's going towards short. He's going towards the B bomb site, staying in window and then out of position. But you could see when the moments come, the deagle round that he has is absolutely mental.
Yes.
Like he's just there to step up when he's called upon.
Should we just drive straight into it? Obviously instrumental for the second half of this one.
Yeah, because you're feeling after an 8-0, you know, if you told someone 8-4 half, CT side, you're feeling pretty good.
Yeah.
But after you're up 8-0, 8-4 doesn't feel as great. You win T-Pistol, awesome. But then you lose the second round as well, right? And you feel like this is where Furia is going to make a comeback. Now the momentum is on their side. You can see the buy for Falcons. They have almost nothing. Monesi, that was absolute filth on the first guy. And then a good job of sort of utilizing the time. Maybe a bit of a mistake, the setup from Furia. You know, Molotov is staying on mid while they have two guys B. Like, A is pretty open, but okay, they can leave it and play for the retake, denying the plan, but then it's just Monesi again, right? Like, shows up one more time, hits another disgusting shot, this time on Yakindar, and from this point on, it's the team play from Falcons and finding some more Deagle kills that really saved them in this round.
Yeah, like you said, like with the setup the way it was, playing that kind of retake gave all these pistols so much room to get close up to the choke point. So, I mean, that retake, the recovery mission to get that back never actually got started for Fury, because you're just trying to take a step out con, and you've got Kyosuke on top taking shots at you with a Deagle. Like, you have no space to operate in, and Falcons was very, very good at being assertive in those scenarios and not giving Furia room to work with.
First time in the major grand final for Kyosuke as well, so it's we got to give him his flowers alongside Monesi for coming alive in some of those later moments too.
Yeah, and then just how he's used, right? Like, he's being put in positions where he can just have fights, have aim duels, and that's, I think, what you will see him have the most success. His mechanics are incredibly strong, right? And maybe he doesn't progress as much as you'd like in terms of, you know, game understanding and some of those more sneaky plays, but that comes with experience and that comes with time. You can still get a lot out of him if you use him properly, and I think Carrigan has done that.
He's been one of the most vocal guys about feeling way more comfortable underneath Carrigan since he's joined. He said it like a number of times that he's loving having him with him, and I was cracking up watching the game because he just had a big dorky smile on his face that whole time. Like, there was no stress from him. He was like, Monesi was carrying through the early rounds, and he got to kind of chill, and then you just see him starting to get a little bit better and build into the game, and big grin on his face. And I mean, just partying.
Yeah, and that's exactly what you want when you're in a high-pressure situation like that, to not let it get the weight on your shoulders, right? And that's easier said than done.
Yeah, and it has to be said, Falcons are the best team in the playoffs in pistol rounds. They're 9-3 coming into today, 11-3 after the first two rounds, and Kyosuke is a big part of that. Like, it feels like every pistol round he's getting multi-kills, whether it's T-side, CT side, and for a team that doesn't have a deep playbook yet, you know, those good starts really go a long way to them winning maps.
Especially against a team that has had some slow starts in these playoffs as well. Like, it's like it's exponentially building up some pain for Furia there when you have those.
Yeah, maybe we should go back to the beginning then to see what a rough start Furia got off to, but counter that Flash in the pan for Falcons.
I mean, really big mind games early on. So a 4A opening from Falcons. They're targeting Yuri in the mid round, right? Wanting to clear apps. They find them in this round. We're not going to chill. 5v4, so what? Let's clear ramp as well, get some more control, all right? Don't see anyone now. They sort of reset, and Tessis finds one more kill. They do a good job here, Furia, of sort of bringing it back and still finding a couple of kills, making the round really close. This was Monesi just doing crazy stuff, really. Again, feels like he saves the round. They're in a 2v3 at that point, make it a 2v1 really quickly, but in the end, it's Kyosuke who in this 1v1 clutch just closes it out. So that's a 4A opening into an apps push, into a ramp re-clear where Furia is playing default, it comes back to A. Following gun round, same thing, right? Just this time Yuri isn't there. On his way back, he actually finds Tessis, so number advantage Furia, but again, they re-aggress towards ramp. And now in a 3v5, he gets the trade kill, right? Nico is holding his flank here, great job. Finding one more, Monesi still active, still explosive, and back-to-back gun rounds, you see the exact same thing happen.
And this is one of those rounds where I talked about, I think Fury was in a decent enough position, but like everyone seemed very hesitant to do anything with those positions. Like, you're kind of staying at top stairs, you're kind of just waiting, you're a little bit afraid, you don't know where they're looking next, you don't know what the crossfire is, so no one's kind of taking the courage to try and create an opportunity to actually win that round if you're Furia, and you're giving you're giving Monesi time over at the top of a ramp, like, to figure out exactly what's happening. Nico's saying, oh, I got stairs, he knows he doesn't have to worry about that, can jump up and take out Palace. So you kind of get frozen in position and you're just exposed to the Falcons defense.
And honestly, that's what we talked about. Myron can't do that. Voxe can't do that, right? So, like, that's something you just haven't had to deal with, and you can see how small the margins are, how quickly the round turns on its head, right? And for all the criticism that, you know, Zonic gets as well, that was really good preparation from them. I mean, those are just reads early on and how they opened things that gave them such a huge advantage. It's interesting actually from the side of Furia, because we see from a lot of other teams, like they're honestly just going where Carrigan is on their T sides, right? Like they're just targeting him to some extent. He's been struggling in this tournament, but for Furia it was sort of the opposite. They wanted to win a round on A, I guess, first, before they switch it up.
2 minutes before we need to go to break, so I've got to pose the question about Anubis coming up. A good point from you. We were talking about it in the green room, Janko. Furia have to start on the CT side, or they've chosen to start on the T side of this Anubis. How tricky do you think that is going to be for them?
I don't know, because they haven't played it in ages. So it's going to be a matter of how good are the things that you worked on in the meanwhile, but also how rusty are the players in micro things, right? Clearing angles, checking things, timings. Like Falcons have been incredible on Anubis this whole tournament long. Yes, it's all been overtimes, but they've always found ways to win, especially on the T side.
Yeah, and also, I mean, if you're Fury and you haven't played it much, like how are you going to handle some of the aggression that Falcons brings out, dropping out a window, pushing canals? Monocy gets a pick, you're playing 4 on 5. Nico gets another kill, you're playing 3 on 5. Are you able to actually recover on this map in those scenarios? Mirage, you were able to kind of turn some of those rounds, getting close, have a chance in them, but here on Anubis, I don't think they're going to have the experience.
Yeah.
I mean, for a moment there, it looked like we were in danger of just Furia getting stomped. So it's a great sign. They won those 4 rounds in a row in the first half. Feels like if they don't lose to that Deagle round in the second half, like we get a much, much closer game. So I think they've managed to recover after that shocking start to Mirage, and I feel like they can put up a better fight on Anubis.
Okay, so be careful of that CT side aggression coming out of Falcons. What else is a must for Furia to be delivering in this one?
I mean, I think you need to get some attitude back. I think the conversation they'd be having in between these maps is like, all right, guys, that was the grand final map. Like that's what it feels like. Welcome to the big stage. Like this is where you have to settle things out. I want to see your Kinder start activating more on that T side to open things up and help create some opportunities. And then you're gonna have to see if they have, again, not gonna have the experience, but do they have the know-how on Anubis to do this kind of slow tempo style where they can pull the defense back and forth?
Well, Falcons off to a flying start in this. That is going to be key moving forward.
Entonces, sin más preámbulo, vamos al ruedo. Street Fighter 4. La historia de Río, gente. La historia de Río. La historia de Río. Otro torneo de lucha internacional. Y parece que SIN está detrás de él. No puedo quitarme de encima la sensación de que hay algo siniestro detrás de todo esto. Todo esto es demasiado familiar. Tendré que estar atento, ¿no? La lucha siempre me ha dado la sensación de estar en casa. Supongo que es porque llevo luchando desde que nací. La lucha es una forma de comunicación, puede conducir al entendimiento, va más allá de las meras palabras. Parece que esta vez me voy a enfrentar a muchos luchadores. Espero volver a encontrarme también con algunos viejos amigos. Relacionarme con esos luchadores me guiará en el camino para convertirme en el luchador definitivo de su sueño, ¿no? Ser mejor para mí. El fuerte, el fuerte. La respuesta reside en el corazón. Cocina súper dinámica. A bucket. You could. Honras a la tradición con tus golpes, aunque podrías mejorar. Contra Gui de Final Fight. Final Fight. Ya me estudió Gui, creo. Tengo que jugarle diferente. Buena, Ryu. Gary God se conectó. Pero está jugando Dota. Uy. Manden sus saludos, chichos. Manden sus saludos. El Bushun Ryu es un arte increíble. Tu velocidad no tiene igual. Muy rápido, sinceramente. Maffer de las Mossad se conectó. Demoré 2 segundos más de mi récord. Mi récord es 30 segundos. Contra Rose. Nervioso, ¿eh? Uy, me pasó electricidad. Ah. Patadita. Otra vez la electricidad. Ah, le preguntaron a... ganar, parece. Uy, menos mal, dice especial. Creo que se conectó a Novice Peak. No lo sé. Me pareció ver un lindo gatito. Dice, no puedes ver el futuro ni el desenlace de mis combates. Por eso peleo. Contra Yank. Es patinador. Empecemos. Este es de la nueva escuela, ¿no? Manden sus saludos, chichos, manden sus saludos. Ahí está, alguien se conectó. ¿Qué me dice? A ver, voy a agrandarlo para... Ajá. Va a ser más chico. Así, vamos a ser más chico. Vamos a hacer para... Espérate, pues un ratito, pues manito, todavía están en este tiempo. Ah, ya me hiciste perder ya. Por leer tu comentario. Me dice, y la transmisión del counter. Ya, pero... Todavía falta 4 horas todavía. Estoy haciendo por Street Fighter 4. Ya ves, Levi, me hiciste perder. Levi tu bombín, Levi tu bombín. Contra DJ, DJ, DJ. Este negro siempre me ganaba en la 1. En el primer Super Street Fighter me paraba ganando, pero ahora sí lo voy a reventar en la 4. No, maldito negro. Esclavo. Es muy hábil, ¿eh? Uf, esa patada. DJ. Cada vez se está poniendo más difícil, gente. ¿La pasaré? Recuerden que las leyendas lo pasan con una ficha nomás. Ah, su madre. Máximo voy a perder 3 veces. Si en 3 veces pierdo ya fue. Vamos a ver cuánto. Uff. Me ganó enero. Va la primera ficha, gente, la primera ficha. Las maracas, las maracas, las maracas. Muy parejo, muy parejo. DJ. Ahora voy a luchar contra mi rival. ¿Quién es mi rival? Sagat. Mi némesis. Sagat. Espera un rival de tu talla. Listo. Comencemos. Contra C. Me dice, estoy impresionado de que hayas llegado hasta aquí. Muéstrame toda tu fuerza, toda. No te contengas. Bueno, el primer round todavía es sencillo, pero el último sí. Tengo que tener cuidado. Una fotito para el recuerdo, gente. Ya está. El poder no está solo en tu fuerza, en la fuerza de tus puños. Recuérdalo. Este lugar no ha cambiado. En mis viajes me he enfrentado a rivales formidables. Tengo curiosidad, ¿me habré hecho más fuerte gracias a ellos? Hadouken. Ahí está, como el dragón Shiryu. Rompe la cascada con su poder. Hasta la próxima, amigos. Muy bien, gente. Entonces regresamos al counter. Vamos a regresar al counter. Ahí está. Vamos a ver la mayor. Ahí está. Va 4-2 a favor de Falcon. Mire, si gana Falcon, pues le faltaría un mapa más. Nada más. Y ya son campeones. Están jugando un Anubis. A ver, ¿qué me está diciendo? ¿Qué me está diciendo? No puedo agrandarlo a esto. Ya dice abuelo, y la transmisión de CSGO ya está, ya, mira, ya está, estamos en el CSGO. Ese quien es, seguramente es Levi tu bombín, el bajito de Levi. Ahí está, ahí tienes tu Gabriel Toledo, a Furia, Fallen, dice Goat, es la última mayor de Fallen. Vamos a concentrarnos en el counter, gente.
The headshot. A real opportunity for the opening there. Squandered.
They wanted to pounce. The U2 was set up for the follow-through if they found that frag. Now they'll have to reset. Still, no harm, no foul. Pressure applied, rotation drawn. You know that comms will be scattered. Falcons now. It's Monacy and Kiyosuke on B. Two heavy hitters from map number 1.
Pressure from Yakinda. It's Kiyosuke's responsibility. He wants to flash and fight a head-to-head. Kiyosuke wins out control. Maintains control of his territory as they come right into the crosshairs of K Serato. Deadly for the first. Kiyasuke holds his ground for one. Monacy's low, wounded on the B site. Fallen, trying to chase him down. In the meantime, Carrigan finding Yuri. We fall into this 3-on-3. It's Nico burrowed onto the A site in the absence of Tessus.
The molly.
The mantle. He's forced into this fight. Monacy, or Molodoi primed and ready. Step in the right direction. You don't want to mess this one up. Carrigan swings on in, looking for something, finds nothing. Now that bomb can be planted, and it's Monacy on low HP. Demanded to come up. Clutch, a missed shot. That might be it. He knows he needed to hit the first to start to string them together.
Fallen's already trying to cut him off with the pass. He's darted straight through Canal. He's in through E-Box, and he's making sure that Monacy cannot hold on to this orb. There's 2,900 loss bonus into the next. We had the same conversation back on Mirage. Hold on to this or you won't get it again. At least not into the next round of play.
You just got to take calculated guesses as to where this hunt comes from. Serato might get this info on the orb's location. He's already passed the sight lines of Monacy, but he's quick on this trigger. The move's one. Holding on to his AWP. Seems to have found a path, but it's straight into a Tech 9. Surely a dead man. Molodoi makes it so. Leaves with 3 kills. Access to the A site granted by the sniper.
Streaks of 4 from either team, all tied up. And again, the money in a miserable spot for Falcons. They will have to take the partial. This one playing out more like a chess match than a bare-knuckle brawl. Some good shots from Molodoi. Despite the fact they didn't win that opening map, he was performing well. He was doing his duties. There. Ooh. Tag hit from the dig. Everyone walks away with their life. Mid-focus setup again with just these pistols. Carrigan looking to block on B. Tessus to do the same on A. They're really trying to be jarring on the CT side. You have to make moves. Nade in the pocket, and there's that boost. Doing it with the pistols. Seeing you can catch you sleeping. Carrigan will block main.
He's got another one. Trying to act bigger than he is.
Everything covered for Furia right now. Serato has the main push. Kinder has the Canals push. And then you've got Molodoi watching middle. So as this smoke fades, the rotation comes in silently, and another one lands. Has Fallen seen enough? Does he want to call them off?
That's one hell of a start from Monacy's Desert Eagle once more. Furia fell foul to these sidearms on Mirage.
40 seconds, this one's going to heat up.
Trying to sell A is Serato. Look at the reaction he's causing. They've pulled Falcons away from the site. Even Carrigan starting to depart. Serato catches that reaction, and now the site is free. Beautifully constructed. Serato was selling, and Falcons bit down hard.
So sticking to their guns there. You like the calling. Let's see if any damage can be done. Smoked off and reblocked. Very unlikely. Kiyasuke should just hold on to this AK. The rest can try and do a bit of damage before the round is done. Boosting over. Gonna give them a vantage point. This will be 5 for Furia. Starting to put together a respectable T side. The head-to-head between Fallen and Carrigan. Well, back in 2017, Fallen had his number. We're going to do the same again. Almost 10 years on. The mind games between these two. Got some rich history here today as Nico will find a second AK for their troubles. That's going to hold them out in future rounds. Those AKs mean they can play the long game with a couple more buys. Carrigan feeling exploited will bring in an AUG. Monacy gets his AWP, and we're ready to lock horns. Look, Smoke B is going to apply a lot of pressure to Carrigan. How does he want to deal with this?
Great distracts, and it's Nico that destructs. Yakindo! He pivots into 2! There's another available. Tessus quick on the clawback. They've lost the sight. This is super uncomfortable now for Falcons. The bomb can be planted. Yakinda's done a beautiful work. Tessus versus Fall in the first fight. Stays dynamic, stays nimble. That's Fallen. And that's the round. Furia steal another. 6 on the trot. They're really rocking and rolling now.
Getting our answers. They're here to play. That one, slow start, short. Second timeout from Zonic. Conferring is the coach. Now, because of those saved guns, extra cash for Kiyosuke and Nico. There can be an AWP drop to Monacy. Looks like the only emission in the buy might be carrying it down on an MP7. Able to get what they need, but they need to break this streak. The pistol's great, the follow-through was there, but now this is a landslide of rounds up against you. Nico with the chip in. Yakinda doing the fandango. Colin showing he's no slouch with that rifle in hand. Giving the retake a go with a man disadvantage. Always a tough call to make. Again, looking to brutalize this B site. K-Serrato lobs out early pressure towards A. They're going to try and find a fight early. K-Serrato's across.
Gotta be good, Util. Doesn't catch K-Serrato, he's on high alert, and he does once again deliver. Instant from Nico. Accelerates for the trade and then some. And he doesn't elect to run back. You might assume you go back to site, but he wants more. Another scalp ripped off of Furia. Huge from Nico.
Things better are hanging around for that fourth. He can play the numbers now. He's annihilated them in this one. Odoy and Yuri to try and piece it together.
Tessus the sacrificial lamb.
Nico playing a block. So the gap, spots it out, drops it, and ready for the run through. So there's information. That was the bomb spotted on the radar. They can give this a go, Furia. It's money for a buy into the final round.
Look how much trust they have in Nico.
They're going to have to make a move. 35 seconds, plenty of util, but you want to go contact. You want to announce your presence at the last moment. You might lose the sight. You've got the man advantage on the retake.
Although he got called off for throwing util. Nico heaven. Smoke arrives. We'll call for the backup. Monacy attending to camera. 12 seconds. He's going to play to disrupt this plant. He's going to make life miserable. And it already is with Monacy's frag. Drops out from heaven and sends Moladay to the hell. Quad kill out of Nico.
They stop the rot. Now they have a chance to tie things up. Packers turning this into home turf.
Let's see this one again. Instant to the stairs, anticipates the response of Yakinda, and then pushes the envelope.
Audacious play. Round-winning maneuver, no doubt about that. And Tessus lets out a roar. Monacy posts up in the hole, catches. The timing, but not the shot. Hanging around.
Yeah, the flash was great. Oh, what? He was blind! Doing it without vision, Yakinda takes the scalp, takes the head. Kiyosuke dead. Moladoy's found an extension of their advantage, but look at Carrigan Cook. He's taken one, surely fallen. Has him on the backstab.
Sight is lost, round could be 2v4. And this is for the lead.
A necessary lead. This black box of Anubis, hold on. Moladoy's gone.
Bomb just needs to be ushered in, go down, start the 40 seconds. Plenty of util here as well. K-Serrato could join this. There's an extra smoke in play for one of these choke points.
They really have a 2v4 in them.
Well, Monacy, this is the long rotation. This is going to be agonizingly late.
Temple not an option.
K-Serrato needs to come and join the site now.
All stacked up on E-Box.
Running out of time.
This is necessary for Furia. You need to catch fire, you need to find that 7th, and it is going to be theirs. Fallen makes it certain. Just Nico trying to get a couple of extra for the scoreboard. Yakinda denies, and he is doing everything for Furia, fighting now on their feet.
Muy bien, llegamos al cambio de bando. Ahí están los vueltos Jacob con un Pet Monster. Ahí están viendo el nivel directo. Recuerden que es el mejor de 5 mapas. El que gana 3 gana la mayo. Todos los partidos, los matches han sido mejor de 3 mapas. Solamente la final que es mejor de 5 mapas. Está ganando Furia 7-5.
Carlitos, el desayuno.
Lo hiciste bien. Lo estás haciendo bien.
Hola, pa. Hola, abuelo.
Hola, hijo.
¿Los acompaño?
Lo harás bien.
Nuevo Illusion de Saison. No es el típico floral frutal. Tiene un dulzor suave, como de pera.
Feliz Día del Padre, gente, a todos mis seguidores. Son papás, que la pasé chévere este día y todos los días.
There's the flash, that's going to catch Crims out, they're going to push on through, MBK gets one, but Crims with a spray down, he gets himself the triple, and Fnatic are not done yet.
Can you believe it?
Carrigan's been saying he's been playing his worst CS, but he's calling his absolute best. Let's put that to the test on the T side of Anubis.
Let's put that up against Fallen's best of 5 record. 16 played in history. This is number 17, but he's got a 14-2 record. Oof. Let that one sink in.
And the head-to-head between the two of them, 4-0. Coldzera taught me that.
Now you've got yourself Furia to bare their teeth for their first pistol of the series. I'll set them up nicely to find the close, and we trade picks to start this best of 5. guarantee us 4 maps of play at a minimum. I think we in Cologne deserve exactly that.
I think we, the Counter-Strike community, are begging for that.
Lined up for a B pop. Yakinda's already dropped down middle. Nobody home rugs. Nobody can out. It's Yuri to respond on his own.
They have not got the bodies here.
So we'll rotate in.
Fury denied any sort of vantage in this initial of the smoke. Bomb can go down, and there goes the opening kill. Molodoi pokes his nose out temple. Tessus puts a Glock bullet into his. Yakinda, this is important. Monacy's not anticipated this angle. He just flicks on in. Effortless brilliance. Problems for Furia. Big problems.
How you meant to get into this?
You're not. Nico's here to escort you off. Time ticks. Headshot found. Nico takes down Fallen, and there's more where that came from. Running at Yuri. He's got a date with destiny.
The scoreline's close, but these rounds haven't been clear-cut either way. Only a couple that have gotten gritty. It was the force buys in the second half that piqued the interest on Mirage.
Bosh.
I'll see if we can find that one happening again. Nico. So just forward, takes them out, confirms the round.
Guys, listen, we worked a lot on our city side. As long as we are not afraid of playing, we're gonna be good. Play smart.
Let's go.
We're playing very good right now, bro. Let's go, let's go, let's go.
Heavy B lane. It's a 4-1. Spoons the smoke. That's not perfect. You'd love it to be a little bit deeper. There's avenues in, and that's exactly where Falcons are knocking. Camera smoke in. Yakinda has to block again. He might be too late. He is.
He is. Kiyosuke's already ahead. Turns the flash. Info for Yakinda, but no help on the way. You need help now.
Esrada's got a kit. They have to wait out this utility, but there's more where that came from. 2 more smokes, and one's just been replenished.
Do you even want to go? Looks like they do. Kiyosuke gets a lot of information. A storage occupied. First signs of a retreat. Just looking to take something out of this round. Instead, they lose 2. Nearly a third. Serato finally puts down that Mag 10.
No time.
Just a couple of kills, that's all you get. But Falcons have found an equalizing round.
It looks like what they were going for was wait for Falcons to start evacuating the site. Everybody runs in, protects the president. Serato gets on the defuse. And they try and steal that one out from under the nose of Falcons, but not today. Nice idea. Continue to try and insert themselves in these rounds with hero rifle buys. So Serato with an M4 in hand. The residual pistols carried across. It looks like a very similar approach as far as A-main pressure is concerned.
Now this is a big one for Serato.
Just in the wrong place. They're going to get outmaneuvered. There's no way they're going to be able to rotate in time. They're just going to have to hold on to this. It's 2 calls in a row where if you fall and you feel you've just been completely outplayed, Yakinda can't get anything done.
Yes, as he confirms multiple bodies were stacked on B. Fallen's trying to run in this blind spot and does put him down. It's a rifle you can retrieve. Bombaloo now being planted.
There's 2 more smokes again.
All the util they need just to keep the wolf from the door. Or the panther in this case.
Molly Fountain and Go will hold on to the goods.
I think the latter is the better of the 2.
Yeah, okay. This is the right player. They're loitering, they're hanging around, they're in 2 minds. Are they giving this a go?
Surely not. Surely not. We're going for it. This last second defuse, they amp up the pressure. They might lose it all here. Falling onto another. No one's on the defuse in time. Kate Serato trying to stick it. Kate Serato trying to stick it. There's cover and there's no time. They lose it all. Down to the final few seconds, they give it a go.
They take them all with them.
A second bite of the cherry, and it's bitter.
Trying to just really use this kit factor. Some great shots from Fallen, sure, but they can't usher him across in time. It's desperate. Falcons take the lead.
Milliseconds.
Attempted robbery in back-to-back rounds. Furia again with another slow start to the half. It rains down on Fallen's dome. Will be in combination with Yuri for the B defense, but Molodoy, rotating piece, will join them. So some conditioning from Carrigan, a bomb site. One of his affections up against the force buy. Now mid-control to be taken. Leaping forward, takes the space, has support.
Passive approach to the mid-hold.
A site starting to feel the pressure. Deep block, good restraint on Yuto from Furia. 40 seconds. Has to be A.
Hey, Serato will have another smoke. Does he throw it in time? Does look like it's just arrived in the nick of time. Fight on mid, though. Yakinda's gone. Just K Serato on this side. Yuri wants to lend a hand. Catches a timing through the smoke. There's K Serato for one. Then Yuri on the backstab. Bomb being planted. Jumps straight into the flames. Modesty tracks him. There's Fallen, missed shot. Hang on onto the rifle. You got Carrigan and Modesty side by side for the post plant. On this retake, Yuri, Molodoy trying to forge a path back into the side. The York finds a necessary shot, but Modesty, he can find a necessary clutch. All up for debate. Yuri, have you got another clutch in you here? On that grand stage, the answer is no. You can't get past Modesty.
17-9. This kid was born for moments like this.
Did you see the genuine euphoria and elation when he was talking in that post-match interview? He couldn't hide it. This is where he wanted to be. This is where he was destined to be in the grand finals of a major. Winning clutches that force a timeout out of your opponent.
Moves of desperation there. K Serato trying to win the round on his own. Makes the play, pushes through the smoke and ends up falling short.
Just playing gun game, drops the AWP, swaps to the rifle, comes up clutch.
The fact that that one even got so close, it was sketchy. Yuri misses the timing, his aim looks rough. Furia are looking out of sorts. I know the scoreline reaches a 2-round gap, but the confidence in the decisions and the finish, it's all with Falcons right now. Still nothing in the second half of play. 4 straight again. Partial buy. 4 for Fallen. Rest with lighter equipment.
Do we get a late resurgence again?
I don't think Tessa saw him.
Really?
Yeah, Tessa didn't see him.
He was off the pixel.
Fallen's across immediately.
The unknown.
Well, that's space, but that's the biggest gun out of play. If Tessa doesn't take eyes off, he will not clear this. Fake block smoke on B. There's no way Tessa clears this.
And Fallen's unable to find it cleanly.
Support on the way.
It arrives. Carrigan swings one out, down to 1. 3 bullets. He only needs 1. Onto Tesses. Oh no, through the bricks. Tesses still alive. Pistol finds him. Nico took down the A anchor. A pivot available.
Your kid is going to find the bomb.
Silently walking around Anubis, a high-stakes match, and there it is, the package on his screen. Now spotted by Kiyosuke. Fallen's got a flash, call for it. Got to find that right moment. There's still time. Modesty finding Yuri, activating in middle. They're all coming for that bomb. Yakindi might have to give this up. He's a dead man to Nico, swing on the rug side, surely. confirms he has to concede. Modesty another. Finding them when it doesn't seem like anywhere for an AWP to be finding frags. He's found two just standing in the canals.
And they've rotated towards A. Yakinda's going to be the man on the scene, but this is with a 5-7. Those rifles, they can't be picked up.
Fallen's two.
20 seconds.
Making contributions. It's a good position. He's got there in time. Will he be overlooked? Awkward smoke. Nico's going to try and plant in the corner. He can surely spam him down. Yeah, denied. 8 seconds. It's huge from Yakinda. Kiyosuke 5, 4. Need to be planting on the floor. Gets it down. Suke 5, 4. Need to be planting on the floor. Gets it down. Just in time. Can he clutch? Didn't hit that. Needed it onto Monacy. A reluctant shake of the head, hand off the mouse. Molodoy accepts defeat.
Absolute buzzer beater right there.
Kiyosuke, if he'd have faffed around, if he'd have lost just a second on that retrieval, that would have been a Furia round. These near misses, first the defuse, now the plant.
Everything is working for Falcons at the moment. Nico, Monacy, and Kiyosuke. That's everything. No one's missing, everyone's contributing. And they're keeping it calm. That's one that could tip the tables. Tilt the mental. But 10 for Falcons, confirmed.
This is that Monacy first. And the fact he's ready for that second on the angle. Look at the clock.
Yakinda stays tucked in, doesn't swing. Have to go deep for the clear. Could be a big difference maker, but that was just a partial. Back in with the guns now. Furia getting blanked. Famous streak so far.
Falcons giving us a T-side tutorial. Silent, unannounced. 3-man squad running for this jiggle on Fallen, and he has fallen to the AWP of Monacy. Yuri quick to react, but only one. Humbled by Tesses, a missed shot. Molodoy can't make that mistake twice. Able to find Tesses. Face the shot, spotted out. That's big from Yakinda. Catches Carragher, confirms nothing else there. Monacy into Molodoy. A necessary double kill from the Kazakh.
Vamos, Furia!
Maybe triple, whistles it past the ear. Nico staring a smoke in the face. And Yakinda secures it.
First round CT side. And the money, it's
Maestro,
tight
una
for
agüita
Falcons.
más
These
con
rounds
limón,
have
por
not been
favor.
easy.
Una agüita más con limón, por favor, maestro.
1900 going into the next. They've got a decision to make. Do the force buy in now. It's going to be hodgepodge. You take the eco, you get out something a little bit more into the next. It looks like they're going for the shove. And the focus on the rifles,
Vamos, Yuri,
or the
vamos,
firepower.
Fallen. Ustedes jueguen,
Oh, okay.
ustedes jueguen,
I'm
muchachos.
trying to calm things down.
Ustedes.
Well, this round will serve to do the same. 1 flash, 2 AKs, 3 pistols. That's it for the util. They focused on the weaponry, and it makes sense when these players are hitting so damn
Ahí
hard.
está. La M4 con la bandera de Brasil, ¿no? Está bacán.
Don't need
No
us
voy a
to say
traer
for
una,
Furia,
pero
this is a
con la bandera
must
de Perú.
convert. This is your chance to tie up the game. You win this, it will be an eco. This is the most important moment of the half so far.
And they're going to keep it simple. Can Furia keep it clean? Just sending Kiyosuke this precise demon on the rifle
El mocoso
into the A
se
side.
conectó.
Kisarato
Saludos para el
sidelined, and
mocoso.
there's a second out of Kiyosuke.
El mocoso. El mocoso.
This was the must
El
convert.
mocoso.
Now it's the must retake. Carrigan lurks mid, and they're not even going to give it a go.
Más destacado, ¿sabes? El mocoso.
Kiyosuke. Remember this name. This kid is the real deal.
What a luxury it is for Carrigan to be able to call a force buy with 1 flash and be able to contact in to the A site because you have some of the sharpest pieces in the Counter-Strike world.
There's no nuance here. There is bullets right between your eyes.
And he clicks quicker.
The
Time after time.
Discussion was, Furia have not played anybody of this caliber throughout their run. It's not about the strategies. It's about the firepower.
Some rounds are won with brains, others with brawn, and that is the latter there.
But these are still clear rounds. Like, we've had one that's looked like it's found a little bit of chaos. Two, if you consider that Furia forced by where they started to capitulate, the crumble, the fumble. And now it's just 2 rounds away. The Falcons to be 2 maps up. Say bomb sights, a leaky sieve. Molo's the man to make the difference. Kiyasuke absolutely dominating, 5 and 2 in opening duels. See how many more he can find.
I feel like the double orbs deliberately to try and stop that from happening again. They called upon Molodoi to try and hold on to the A site. It's been hard to maintain their grip.
Those flames won't last forever.
Awkward. Has his vision. They delay.
And now he's under so much pressure. Got the staging area, and once they've had this room and been able to execute, they've gotten away with bloody murder.
What's the call, Carrigan? 45 seconds. Want to see with Util on A. Blocked.
TSS faking the B site. Fury and Fallen will have to stay planted. Yakinda, Molodoi, and Keisarado to defend their honor.
Got the numbers in the right place. It's time for Keisarado to put some numbers on that scoreboard. They're coming towards his bomb site, and he will be in the flames, looking to stand, can't deliver. There's one back. Important on the orb. Quick from Kiyasuke, just cracking necks. One back, Yakinda can't handle it. The bomb will be picked up in time. Yuri losing his head if he's not careful. Tessus takes it away from him. And the bomb does once again, in the nick of time, go down.
It's the 2 of them again. Monacy, 20 and 10. Kiyasuke, 18 and 14. And they're just stripping them limb from limb right now. The stack's good, but they are being outclassed. The individuals on one side of the server are hitting so damn hard. This is a joy to watch right now. Mechanical brilliance.
So much of a story about Kiyasuke and just this prince that was promised. In the big games, he had the habit of disappearing. Carrigan arrives, as does Kiyasuke. Is he the catalyst, or is it just coincidence?
Final tactical timeout called from Sid. 12 to 8, 4 rounds required just to draw us into overtime. Similar state of affairs back on Mirage. Lacking that bite are Furia. It's their map choice up next, sure. Looking out of their depths. Only a handful of players in this final who have ever been on a major stage on the Sunday. One of them, tragic record. The other 2, some of the best to ever do it. Looking to shepherd their young teams to the promised land. Can Carrigan keep this to a 1-round half for Furia?
Always a new look, always a new idea.
All these A plays, they know they've likely softened up mid. That's exactly what is being resembled with the CT setup. Yakinda and Float not pressing forward. Keisarado and Molodoi both tucked in close A. And now the pressure on Fallen and Yuri. The fight is coming, it's just a matter of when.
has actually found a decent timing to press forward close towards the doors. So the Latvian's still looking to make some moves. Fallen has to hit the first shot here, but might be smoked off.
It's all about the timing. When does Carrigan go for his wide swing, signature move? Will Fallen be able to track him? It's Kiyosuke that moves first, applies pressure to Yuri on E-Box. Fallen, primed and ready, nails it onto Carrigan, but now the space is taken. Will the sight fall as well, or can Fallen hold on? Scuttles of smoke getting swung. Oh, it's a flick! But Modesty better, finding Yakinda. Bomb can go down once more. Nothing for Keisarato and Molodoi. Going through the CT side, a little bit of util.
Writing's on the wall.
It just looks certain. Falcons 1 kill away. This date with Destiny gets closer and closer as Furia continue to falter. A calling masterclass from Captain Carrigan. 8 rounds to close it down, and the dream gets closer.
No one deserves a major. You earn it. You do everything in your power to seize it, and we see if you've got the minerals to achieve it. One more map.
Muy bien, chicos. Estamos en un break.
The stars quite literally aligning for the Falcons, and now just one map away from that major title. Modesty continues his reign of terror. Kiyosuke opens up so many crucial situations, and if that wasn't enough, Jason, we've got Nico with bags of impact. If you were a Furia, you were just in for a bad time on this map.
Oh man, they were playing so good top to bottom. I mean, like, Falcons was able to do so much on this map, and I think we started to see some of that issues of Furia not playing it all that much, but Falcons really had a field day. Once they got onto the T side, Carrigan in complete control, and he loves all these new toys he's got to work with.
Perhaps there was a level of concern for Falcons as Anubis because, I mean, they played so many rounds on it, right? Like, how much more can they do? What can they show? What can they bring that's new to the table? On the other side, Furia, you haven't seen him in a long time. You can't really prepare necessarily for how they like to play, but if you were wondering about that, Carrigan has had the answer all day long. I mean, that was just another masterclass from him on the T side of Anubis.
And it very much helps when you've got the game plan. It's working almost to perfection. And then you have the individuals adding that flair on top. Like, that's just a perfect storm for Falcon.
Yeah, you mentioned the names. I mean, you have Modesty, who once again controls the game to such a degree that you're able to get a pretty good start out of the gate. And then you also have Kiyosuke stepping up in the critical moments. We saw that hero AK at the end. The 2 entries is absolutely bonkers. And Nico, with some of the rounds he turned on their head and just playing very well. Yeah, I mean, they said it in the cast, I 100% agree. At the moment, the individuals on Furia cannot match the individuals on Falcons.
Should we just dive straight into a Nico moment from that first half?
Yeah, because the first half did get dicey, right? I mean, they had a 4-0 start, and they're going for some silly retakes, perhaps. Money's in the bin. But, you know, 6 rounds in a row for Furia, and Falcons still keep going at them. Like, they stayed aggressive. Here, Nico gets the trade, anticipates the position of Yakindar, and he doesn't fall back even in a 4v3. You know, they've struggled even in some of the man advantage situations, so he just keeps the aggression on, keeps the pressure on the side of Furia, and I think this is also Nico sort of trying to fire his guys up maybe a little bit. You know, you're losing 6 rounds in a row, the energy isn't at its highest, and just a round like that really was a difference maker.
Yeah, it shows the mindset that he's operating with, right? That's what he's telling the rest of his team, is like, this is the mindset we have to have. Like, that's because that's not just like a crazy piece of aggression and a crazy push. It's actually just an intelligent moment where he's like, I have a great opportunity here to actually secure this round even further.
Yes.
And he plays it smart, it nails the shots, and I mean, that's a brilliant sequence.
Because he doesn't necessarily have to go for that extension, right? But it pays off for him. It's crazy how he makes it.
It's one of those, Fred, it's a great play. If it works, what is he doing? Right? But sometimes I think the moment in the game, right, you're feeling like it's maybe slipping away a little bit. Your opponents are getting a lot of confidence, so you want to try and bring that back.
Yeah, take matters into your own hands for sure. Modesty doing that as well in the second half alongside Carrigan. This was a beautiful clutch coming out from
this was just pure chaos, right? In the first gun round, and they've lost all their guns in the round previous with that last second defuse, so the pressure is on because of the money. Kiyosuke gets the first kill on that A split through camera, right? They go through this smoke, Nico as well here. We see trading, and this is where, you know, the pressure is mounting for Furia too. K-Serrado, uncharacteristic for him, you know, misjudges where the bomb is being planted, dies in a silly way, and now 2v3 Kerrigan, huge kill from him, and after that, m0NESY in a situation that he does best, just a 1v2 clutch.
And the reposition that he has after that op shot, swapping out to the AK and moving into the bomb, so you can see they think he's over at the pillar this whole time, like until he pops up and gets that one more kill. And on the stage, you hold W, you don't shift, there's noise, it's a little bit chaotic, it's a little bit crazy, and m0NESY just is able to book him.
Yeah, I feel like Yuri actually played that pretty well, you know, but he just got outgunned in the end, and m0NESY didn't even have head armor, so one headshot would have done it.
I want to say something positive about Furia, because I actually think they did a good job in that first half, recovering from a 0-4 and going on 6 straight, and kind of negating one of the points we brought up going into that was the CT aggression from Falcons, and it punished them a couple times in those first 4 rounds, but after that, Furia just stayed back, was like, be aggressive, you can throw all your stuff, make your moves, we're going to be nowhere to be seen, and we'll play the round after that, and that was a really cool adaptation for Furia. You add into that, the poor economy management of Falcons, they actually, we talked about in the grid, you mentioned, they got away with a lot in that opening half.
And you look at that first half, and there's a lot of like how this matchup should look like for Furia is what was happening. You know, they wouldn't lose players early on to the Falcons' aggression. They'd find the weak side, you know, they'd trade out. They would just outplay them really in a lot of that. But it's been 2 things. It's been the pistol rounds, all 4 going the way of Falcons and good starts to every single half. And then it's been the individuals so far. The Furia guys have had their moments here and there, but all 3 stars are showing up for Falcons.
Let's finish this one off then. QSUK with
Select order. Let's see how this drama unfolds. He'll bash anyone who gets in the way of him. Round 1. Ready, go!
not stressing out, just playing the game, sort of taking the opportunities that come his way. You can see a lot of crisp headshots from him, and also had really good impact on Anubis.
Yeah, and he just seems to be like a heat-seeking missile for Kerrigan. Whenever he needs something, that's the guy. He's calling his number.
Third and final option. I have a sneaky suspicion, Janko, you might be going with this guy. It's your boy.
Yeah, he's had a good final so far as well. We saw on that CT side some of the kills, T side as well. I mean, for now, all the Falcons players are just having their moments. They're doing what needs to be done, and it's good to see Nico, who has been struggling in grand finals in a Falcons jersey, turn it around in Cologne.
He's getting a lot of help right now by the first two guys we just went through, which is awesome to see, because it also gives Nico a chance to kind of relax and play his own game and not feel like he needs to do too much, which, you know, at the time his former teammates have said that's sometimes been the issue they felt with him.
He even cracked a smile, Freya. Yeah, I couldn't believe it.
I did like that. He cracked that at 4-0. I was a little bit early. You know, chill, man. We got a long way to go.
He's been on plenty of these stages where he's been heartbroken. It's about time he's in for a good time. We're going to be looking forward to that map 3 of Inferno in just a few moments, but not before we get a quick coach check-in courtesy of Zonic.
Danny, can I get you for a second? Can I get you for a second? What a start, obviously. Another map where you started really good, both pistol rounds. Can you talk us a little bit through what happened on Anubis?
It's the same thing that's happened the last couple of days as well. You know, we get off to a good start, and then the rest of the half we can't really find solutions. But yeah, always end up the same way. You know, have to do not a comeback this time around. I think we had a really solid game plan on T side, mostly around what we have been playing the last couple of days. So yeah.
It really feels like there is no real weakness, but if you have to step one thing up for Inferno, what would it be?
Stressful comps.
Stressful comps? Anyone in particular, or is it from everyone?
That's I don't know, a team thing. That
beginning, but that's a reverse for sure. They are our team. They're making everything better right now, and I know for sure we will come back from this and make the best reverse sweep in history.
Why is it so important that you keep making noise, that you keep showing your support to the players?
That's our Brazilian way of supporting. That's our Brazilian way to show and share our energy, not only with the team, but with the community, with the players, with the crowd, with everyone. It's for us, how we feel, and we want to give it all.
I love it. Obrigada.
I know we're all worried about the world outside. I am too. But right now, we've got bigger problems.
Be advised, stay indoors. The virus has breached the land bubble.
This ain't no Swiss, no best of 3, free skip to semis. This is single elimination.
He wouldn't push, would he?
It's hard, bro.
Well, I ain't fucking doing it. Think of the Twitter backlash.
Don't you worry, boys. This one's on me.
Find as many survivors as you can.
Remember what Papito said. Biceps always with you.
Fuck.
Aim for the head. Aim for the head. What are you aiming at? Oh!
Sorry, old habits.
Why are players such lazy?
Yo. I think we got something. Receiving?
Oh, look, bro. The visual broadcast is still up.
Now let me tell you a little story about my weight loss journey.
Ten long years since Fallen was in a major final. A final played in the Lanxess, no less. Does it really end like this? Out with a whimper. Karrigan and Nico reunited, and they have unfinished business. Looking to do it not just in style, but by making a statement. On the most stacked side of the bracket, they slayed the dragon, deprived Vitality, their legacy, and now are just one map away. Lexus, I want to hear you! Counter-Strike history could be very well at the end of this map. It could be theirs. It could be the Falcons. And who doesn't love Inferno? Four pistol wins so far from Falcons.
It's time, Furia. It has to start now. It is literally now or never. Best of 5 reverse sweep. Done it before, but not in a setting quite like this. Quesarado. He's been looking wobbly. Yuri the same. It's time to turn that around. 3-man B stack on the defense. Yakinda, Fallen, and Molodoy have the control. Mutual at the ready, hoping for a reaction. Just Monacy investigate.
He certainly does, and that's what Quesarado needed. Takes the head off of Monacy, finally stops him from doing damage on the pistol. Nico's here. Yakinda's head popped. More where that came from Nico, and there's USP. Molodoy jiggled out. Smoke on the cross. Fallen, Molodoy up against Nico. Flash connects. Forced and tucked behind the new box. Doesn't hit that headshot. And it's Molodoy that does.
Quesarado on the lurk. I think that's the security, the insurance policy, the way that this one can't go wrong. Smoke scuttled in. Questions asked. Karrigan searches.
He's going to find absolutely nothing. You got Molodoy. Flash there. Spotted and flanked from Quesarado. He wants to make sure he gets it. Doesn't want to lose it in the smoke. That's clean from Furia. They found their pistol when it mattered the most.
Inferno has been a target of pick. Yanko saying he's surprised not to see this one first. And well, Falcons, once upon a time, this was the weak point. Here's Suke. Feeling like a man on the moon having to play Inferno. But now he's got some comfort, and in this final, Kisuke and Monacy are not missing a beat. Conversion. Integral. It's the force back in. Another heavy B lean from the defense. Barrage of nades, top banana to apply pressure. Balls and boiler control being taken early. They're being diligent. They're not overstepping the marker. Block smoke top mid. The Brazilians will secure some map territory early. Marcy has that Deagle, and if you miss Mirage, you missed a Scorcher. Exchange of util top banana, a molly and a smoke. Sticking to the stack. Fallen starting to hedge back. Here's Carrigan. In his brain, Yakinda looking to search forward. Fade of the smoke.
That's a lot of answers. You've seen way too much. How does Carrigan move his troops now?
40 seconds rotation on. Tessus will get there in time.
It's a race.
Kiyasuke making the move as well. Monacy in the sight. 34. Here's the steps. U2 landing.
They've got the bodies here, Kiyasuke. Oh, we nearly found two there. Molodoi, a necessary trade. 25 and counting. Tessus joins Monacy on the site. You've got to get a move on. Serato taking his time. His back turned, a bullet found onto the Kev. There's Molodoi with more impact. Humbled by the Tessus. 5-7. Tessus, has he done enough? Is Serato in the
He's got a plan.
He's got a plan. They're going to run at him. He's in so much trouble. Nico and Carrigan are running at him side by side on Inferno. And they're going to make this one count.
Major stakes, major pressure, major problems for Furia. They get the pistol, they can't find the conversion, and this is clunky.
Tessus. 2 on the 5-7, heroic in that Falcons jersey.
Determination on Nico's face. This man's not getting ahead of himself.
Short-lived success for Furia.
Lost my back in. Plant goes a long way. They need to start bringing some pace. We can't have that slow crawl, that tempered play. Feels like they're not allowing their players to get into the game. That was their key to success against Aurora. They put him in a vacuum. They let the pressure melt the mental. Well, Falcons, they'll play late, they'll play early. Give them heads up Counter-Strike and they're ready to go.
They'll shoot hard.
The block smoke towards the half wall. Isuka has one more where that came from. He's not finding the mark.
Oh, it couldn't be better. Straight through the smoke. Removes Yakinda.
Forms the rotation. Nico cheating over.
Chicken on the incendiary, spotted a lot, and they might go through that. Do they dare? Kept at bay by the flame. One dip through. Kiyasuke relays the information, and it's Nico that's trying to track him through the ruins. It's awkward for the T side. One back from Molodoi, but he's not going to be able to find anything else. Triple from Kiyasuke. Stops this force in its tracks. He's going to take all 4.
There's never been a major final with history this rich. If this keeps up, this is not of biblical proportions. Has to be the eco now. What a great way to start off the round, just to sort of spam through the smoke. Takes down his counterpart on the other side. It's desperation at best.
Carrigan bringing out his best.
A technical timeout.
That is the question.
A mixed response.
I feel like we have an arena divided. Surely every fan of Counter-Strike that's been watching over the years has seen both sides. The story on one, the dedication of those Furia loyalists. Serato, Yuri, 8 years in those jerseys. The Professor announces retirement and they go on a run in the Lanxess Arena where he found his major trophy in 2016. On the other, Carrigan and Nico reunite to finish what they started so long ago. Surrounded by weapons. Kyosuke, Monesi, Tesses, Lanxess. Are you cheering for Falcons? Lanxess, what about Furia? An arena divided, and we get back into this major grand final. An arena divided, and we get back
into the eco, so the excitement can't stay tempered. Otto in with a dig.
Should just be a casual third.
And this level of investment, it's tough to see them getting anything going.
Should just be a...
Falcons wouldn't have to overstep the mark and offer up the head. It's tough to see them banana control. Easy as you like. Nico, the juggler, escorts the util. Tesses keeps second mid. Making a fast move, and Furia know they have nothing to really offer in this one. Fallen does have a smoke. I'd love to get a plant. Falcons 4 strong on A. Carrigan just jump spotting. So we will not see this man commit to fights. He'll just ward them off with the nades. 6 major final. Counter-Strike's greatest showman. We know how many have gotten away. But looking at home right now. No one calls better in uncertain times.
Carrigan's done it. He's going to get run down, but he'll stand, and deliver. 3 out of Carrigan. Might lead to a plan unless Kyosuke has other plans. Fallen, just a Glock and a headshot. Denied by Nico.
Guns out. No AWP on either side. He's definitely got the cash, but there's no need. 3-man B start. Nico sets him up. Oh! And through. Yakinda. Near lethal damage.
Gonna have Kyosuke uncomfortable, fragile. A little bit of chip damage back onto Yakinda. This is going to be a mainstay on this first half of play. How consistently can Falcons maintain their banana control?
Rerouted Kyosuke. He's likely just going to hide on A, maybe in pit. So Nico and Carrigan will both try and fill that void, and then we'll get to see the in-game leader's read of the play. Working on the banana control now. There's a molly up to the mouth. One in response to slow it down, but in no rush. Surprise, surprise, Furia. That's a deep one in the pocket. He freed up on the rotation, and a double pit setup on A. So they are selling long. 40 seconds. Cerrato takes top mid control, but it will be the B play.
He's blocking each other in the smoke. Nico just going to pull the trigger with a white screen. A trade from Yakinda, but Carrigan, is he overlooked? Will they find him in the chaos? Carrigan! Oh, he goes down! We got a 2-on-2. Tesses and Kyosuke were a mile away. You get time to set up your post plant. Yuri and Cerrato. Both fangs.
No util to displace them. This one's going to be tough.
Either side of the site.
Nobody picking, nobody giving Kyosuke a chance to rip off their head.
Fallen has sharpened these fangs into a deadly point. Cerrato removing Kyosuke, finishes what Yakinda started. Tesses brought down. They convert a must-win round.
Couldn't do it versus the Force, but they've done it. The full rifle's out for either side, but there's plenty of cash to splash for Falcons. The full buy back in, and Monesi will get his AWP. This is crazy. Kinder must have known something was up there, but that is an insane shot for the rotation player. Yuri, you take down the boss, sure, but you better make sure you convert this round, and they do. Orb starting B. Boosted up. Fumbled it.
Humble, clunky. Does it cost them? Oh, Modesty unable to provide the flick. Takes heavy flak damage. As will Carrigan from the HE.
Quickly grouping. There was a lot of movement after the orb notified. The nades land. Yusuke here, half wall.
Carrigan putting a lot of trust into Kiyosuke here. Head-to-head with Yakinda. Molodoi to provide the trade. On the smoke walk, he nails it. Removes the head. No trade provided by Molodoi on the Kalash. And here's the support. Trying to bail Kiyosuke out. Instead, they both go down.
Lights open, you might have to save.
It looks like they will. Just in time and just by the skin of his teeth. 1 HP on Yuri. He gets the frag necessary. And they breach the B-bomb site.
That was tough. That was touch and go. That molly landing, the choice is fall back or flush forward, and they take the fight. Keeping Kiyosuke to 1. Looking to hold on to their guns. Nico with just a Famus would love to get his hands into something a whole lot meatier. Over towards B, Furia have no reason to leave that site. You understand what would be retained. You noted the AWP, Modesty fired a shot. Another good idea. Everyone else is fully equipped with how the rounds have unfolded so far. Starting to see a little bit of fire on the faces of